Hello everyone, my name is Emilio Ramos, and before I begin this presentation, here's a little background about myself. I'm a third-year mechanical engineering student at the University of Houston, United States Air Force Reservist, serving in the 36th Aeromedical Evacuation Squadron, and I work at Costco as a forklift driver part-time. So today I'll be discussing about how Level 2 self-driving compares to traditional driving in terms of safety, reliability, and efficiency. So what exactly is Level 2 self-driving? Well, Level 2 self-driving is also called partial automation. It allows the car to control steering, acceleration, and braking all at the same time. However, there is a caveat to this. This is not a full self-driving vehicle, and it should not be treated as such. A human driver must stay alert and ready to take control at any given moment. In 2024, an estimated 40,000 Americans lost their lives in car crashes, with over 90% of these crashes being caused by human error. This drives the question, can technology help us do better? Well, most fatal car crashes happen at high speeds, such as on the highway, where drivers have less time to react. This oftentimes leads to a more direct collision. This also makes the need for a reliable driver assist system more urgent than ever. Today, companies such as Tesla, General Motors, and Ford are leading the way in this new technology. For example, Tesla uses cameras and AI, while other companies tend to use radar and LiDAR to deliver this Level 2 driving assistance. So whenever you're driving on the highway, or just in general, how many times has this been you? Sending a quick text, changing the song, or how many times has this been you? Pressed for time, hungry, now you're eating. Eating while driving. These are all distractions. Driver engagement can be defined as how alert and in control a driver is. Many people tend to lose focus, especially on the highway, and in fact, over 30% of drivers are not fully paying attention to the road. Level 2 systems offer safety features such as automatic emergency braking and adaptive cruise control. These tools keep drivers safe and prevent rear-end crashes from occurring. In fact, it's said that 60% of rear-end crashes have already been prevented due to these safety features. This means over 1 million accidents have already been prevented. Although Level 2 self-driving does sound perfect, Level 2 self-driving records over double the amount of car crashes per 1 million miles driven when compared to traditional driving. But why? Why is it so much higher? Well, despite this statistic, it doesn't tell you the whole story. Actually, a majority of these crashes are due to drivers who become overconfident with the vehicle. They over-rely on it. They think they don't need to pay attention to the road, and this false trust can lead to some dangerous behaviors, like sleeping while the car is driving. This sounds a bit unrealistic. You might be thinking, who does that? Nobody's gonna do that. But here's a real photo in 2019 of a man actually falling asleep in California while driving. He was later arrested. I'm sure he was thrown in jail. Along with this, human drivers are also affected by fatigue, distraction, stress, and emotions. This leads to inconsistent and unreliable driving and emotional decisions. From 2021 and 2022, over 13,000 deaths were caused by speeding and fatigue. In comparison, Level 2 systems were linked to 367 fatalities, far fewer and often less severe. These systems offer consistency. They don't get tired, they don't get angry, but they do struggle in certain conditions, such as rain. They struggle in rain due to their radars utilizing the whiskey band frequency. This is heavily affected by rain. So is LiDAR. Construction zones. It'll trick up the AI, or unexpected human behaviors. Now let's compare the operational efficiency. Living in Houston, Texas, you've probably been stuck in traffic for hours, convincing yourself that there's a huge accident up ahead, only to realize that there's no accident at all. That's often called phantom traffic, where one driver suddenly brakes and it causes a chain reaction, which leads to the traffic coming to a complete stop, completely halting traffic altogether. Well, with Level 2 self-driving systems, utilizing adaptive cruise control, this helps reduce traffic because they provide smoother brakes and less people have to react as hard. Level 2 self-driving is also reportedly performs better in the fuel economy sector. In terms of driver engagement, reliability, and efficiency, Level 2 assisted driving outperforms traditional driving in many ways. However, it's not a replacement for human driving. It's just a tool to help support humans. It helps by reacting faster, reducing fatigue, and help prevent mistakes. I thank you all for your time. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment on the video. I'll be more than happy to respond as soon as I can. I hope you guys all have a good day. Thank you for watching.